guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. I feel like that song by Alice in Chains, Down in My Hole. Down in a hole. These rusted piece of shit screws ain't going back on that thing. Just ain't happening. Okay. So what do we got here? Got ourselves, ooh, look at this. SD 1446s. This looks amazingly like the last one, with a different heat sink pattern to it, and no low, medium, and high. So this means this thing is probably, oh, guess what? A high drive. Let's see. Well, we gotta go in here and we gotta strap the transistors. The fact that this is not strapped means that this thing is a repill. And I gotta clean all the crap off the heatsink, and I gotta completely restore the lid. Looks like a can of smashed donkey butthole. Power wire is shitty little zip tie or zip wire. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do my thing to it. Give us a minute. People get so excited when people look at me like I'm so weird when they see me get excited about something small like this. This stuff is important. It's near to impossible to find. And when I do find it, I am excited. People look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, like, I'm excited like a school kid. Oh, damn, Daddy, look at what I found. Looks like a shit of boobies. I've covered this in many videos from different aspects. What they actually strap the top of these transistors with is not pure copper. This is actually phenolic. And what goes across the top of the transistors, the reason we use phenolic is because the fiberglass doesn't hold as much heat, but then the surface area of the copper makes it scoochum good for conducting the voltage and the amperage. We don't want to use pure copper because then pure copper holds heat, and we don't want the heat to sit on top of the transistors. That's bad. So the very smart engineers over at Messenger, way before I was born, figured out that you could sandwich the transistors underneath a layer of phenolic board. Now, unless you're very careful when you take this board to strip up, I got to go over and sand this. By the way, I got to make it truly straight because right now it's kind of a wobbling goblin as far as the cuts go. They figured out that this holds like 30 or 40% less heat, but then allows them to increase our trace sizes, which allows us to do what? Have more current delivery. That's right. Okay. School's out. Let me go clean this up. We're going to strap the transistors. We shall return. Okay. Pills strapped. Preamp repaired. Solder joints on all the switches repaired because they were all pretty shitty. LEDs repaired. Indicator lights on the front. Did the B plus upgrade with the phenolic down the side. And sanded and cleaned the heatsink on both sides. Cleaned all the schmoo off the lid, sanded and cleaned all this up, made it all look pretty. Let's throw some power wires on it and test it. What do you think? I think so. I was sitting there looking at this thing. I'm like, why is it operating like poo? It didn't make any sense to me. And I started looking at the capacitors on the output transformer. And they had 100 puff caps on the output transformer, which is about 900 low. So one, I pulled the schematic, but then I had to sit and look at like 10 of the schematics to figure out what this was. Not 10. That's a big number. I'm making that up. I looked at about 3 or 4 and very quickly determined that this is the 450, the Messenger Class C model 450. And the schematic told me that I needed to put 1,000 puff caps here. And I went, okay. So I put them in there. And immediately jumped up to about 400 watts. So then I went and I changed our output tuning cap, which looked like somebody had been fudging with it. And sure enough, it had a, what was it? 120 puff cap. Somebody else has already been in here and tried to figure out how to make this chooch better. Failed miserably. So I go on and look at the book, and it says that it needs to have a 50 puff cap in there. I put a variable in here, tuned it in, maxed it out. Guess what? 47 puff. I put a 50 puff in there. So let's do this one more time. Hello, audio 1 2 1 2, about 20 watts worth of drive. Hello, hello. Let me zoom in on the old watt meters. Let's get on in there. Okay. 1,000 watt in peak, 1,000 in average. Hello, 1 2 1 2. Hello. About 200 bird, give or take. About 200 bird. Let's see if we can pump this up just a little bit further. Give me a minute. All right. So adjusted the resistor on the low and high. So check this out. Low, 400, high, solid 500 peak, solid 500 peak, and about 200 bird. That's it, man. This thing is done. Little Messenger M450. It does have a sideband delay in it, but no bias. So this thing is set up basically for AM use only. 35 watt radio, 40 watt radio max. Will get you about 500 watts PEP. Once again, at $400. Call me up, make me an offer. You guys know the number. Gentlemen, my name is BBI. On to the next one. Whoop, 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 whoop.